Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Stamper Studio. I am excited to be here with you from the Refuge Little Falls this Saturday morning. This week we finished school. What? Crazy. I cannot believe it. It's like the year, sometimes it feels like it goes slowly, and then you get to the end, you're like, oh my gosh, where'd it go? And then I feel like that's like with little children too. You're like, oh, the days are long, but the years are short, right? That's what they say. So, anyway, we are here today. I want to show you Countryside Inn is a designer series paper that people who have been to my house, good morning, Tanya, and have been looking at the samples are like, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. And it is very, very pretty. So I'm going to share with you Countryside Inn. And then in addition, I'm going to use circle sayings and do a fun fold. That's like 3 for 1 on this one. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah?
Yep.
All right. First, I want to show you this beautiful Countryside Inn designer series paper. I'm going to push that. Get that a little.
Yep.
Okay. So this, if you don't have this, it is so pretty. I'm going to show you the full sheets here. They are just so gorgeous. So, excuse me. So we're coming. It's got these beautiful blues.
Morning, Sandy.
I'm going to spread these out, turn my bunnies over.
Tanya also likes the paper.
Yes, isn't it so pretty? And turn my birds over. There we go. Okay, so these are all the designer sheets. And I think there's one more, sorry. Yes, there's one more. There we go. There's always 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, okay. So these are the designer series papers, and they are just gorgeous. I'm turning my trees over as well. So both sides. Let me show you the back. How fun is that? I don't know. To me, that looks like a really clean Cape Cod like wallpaper, or I don't know. That's what I think of when I see that one. Oh, I do have the trees already. So here's the trees. It's so pretty. These blues are just gorgeous. Both sides. I really like both sides of them. This one very pretty with the navy on the back. Bunnies. It doesn't scream bunnies. I mean, there's bunnies, but that's not the central focus of the entire pack by any means. And this one has some doves on it. Very pretty. And again, Knight of Navy on the back. And then I did the trees already. The colors that are in here are Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, Misty Moonlight, and Night of Navy. So it's got all the blues that we just love that are in here. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to use this stamp set, Circle Sayings, because I thought it'd be fun to use these flowers to go with the flowers that we've that are in that designer series paper. So before I start stamping, the first thing I'm going to do is, and I'm going to put this here a little bit at a time so you're not overwhelmed by the by all the measurements. But this is a standard card base, and it is 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, so standard half sheet. And then you score it at 2 1/2, 3 3/4, 6 3/4, and 8 1/4. Okay, so that's where I'm going to stop right now. I'm not going to show you all of it. That's too overwhelming. But we're going to go ahead and fold both directions and burnish or press with your bone folder. It's like a fancy word for use your bone folder. And I'm going to do both sides just to really to break the fibers. And then that makes it just lay flat. So there we go. Both sides. It is a simple card, even though it does not look simple at the moment. The hardest thing is just cutting and scoring. That's the biggest part of it. And then once that's done, you're good to go. So it's going to end up looking like this. Okay, so now we're going to decorate this part. So now I'm ready to show you the designer series paper is right there. The layers that we're going to put on. Actually, what I wanted to show you is I'll just show you the whole thing. There you go. There's all the measurements, and I will take a picture of these and put them in the chat. Hey friends.
Hey, Patty.
Lots of friends. So my layers. So here's my first layer. I am using, this is Misty Moonlight, and this one is Balmy Blue. So that is going to go there with the designer series paper right on top of it like that. but I'm not going to glue the whole thing down. Do you see that? It has to stay like that. It's kind of like the base makes sort of like a, I don't know, an accordion sort of. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere this on there. Yeah, these blues, one of my sisters loves blue. She would love this designer series paper. So there we go. So again, this layer is 4 by 4, this one. Designer series paper to fit on top of it, 1/4 inch less, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So just kind of going down 1 inch. So this piece is going to go right here, right up to the edge. It centers right in the middle. You see the score line there. But I only want adhesive on this side. I do not want adhesive here, otherwise I just shut the whole thing. I just made the whole thing shut. So I'm going to put adhesive on this side here, and then I'm going to put it on this side. So then I make sure I've got kind of the whole thing covered, and I'm centering that here in that whole little square. There we go. So that is the beginning there. See that? Ooh, ah. All right. The next one is not that one. Oh, yes, it is. The next one is this one. This one is 4 by 3 1/2. And the designer series paper then is 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. And again, I'll put all these on. So it's going to sit just like that. Such pretty paper.
Hey, Laverne. Hey, Barb. Glad
Hi,
you could join us live.
friends. Woo! And again, on this one now, I don't want to adhere that little edge. Okay, this little piece right here, I don't want to put adhesive on. So again, I'm going to put adhesive on this side. And then on here, I'm going to go ahead and do the side. I'm going to do 2 strips there. So, and we'll go ahead and attach that right in the center of here, centering it on, making my edges even. There we go. Like that. So now so far we've got,
A little further down.
A little further down. And I see that that's a little, so I'm going to manipulate it to make that straight because I do want those to line up. Okay, then we've got our last one, which is this balmy blue is 4 by 2 1/4. And then the designer series paper is, yep, 3 3/4 by 2. So again, I'm going to draw lines by these because then you can see that they connect, and we will go ahead and put that in the chat as well. I've been a little behind in attaching pictures or putting pictures in my chats because of school, but hey, now school is out. And I realize my bird is this way, but this is going to sit right on top of it, so it's not going to make a big difference.
Barb says, does this fold have a name?
Well,
I don't remember.
Accordion fold, perhaps? Sorry, what should we call it? Let's decide right now. It's not a Z fold, that's something else, so we could call it an accordion fold. This side has a little bit of edging here that I don't care for, and I'm going to flip it over so that's on the inside.
It's a cascading something.
Ooh, cascading. That's a fancy word. Sounds pretty. All right. So then again, when I layer them like that, so far that's what we've got. Okay, now we're ready to decorate here, here, and here. So on the front also, one thing I thought it would be fun is to put an alternating color, just to break that up a little bit. My circles, I'm still deciding what we're going to do, but my circles are going to sit here. So kind of just, I don't know, breaks it up a little bit. I like it. I'm going to put it on. Yep, I'm just going to stick that on there. And that's the great thing about these prints and colors, that they all just, the colors go together so well that it just makes it easy. All right, let's go ahead and set that aside, and we're going to do some stamping. So I am going to use the flowers in the circle sayings. So again, I'm using this one right here, the circle sayings. And
cascading's a little different.
Okay. Oh, all right. So I'm going to use this one, the flowers and circle sayings, and I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight because that's kind of our main color. And I'm hoping it's not too dark, but we'll see. I think it'll be okay. So, and you know, circle sayings, there's a circle punch that that coordinates with it. Ooh, so pretty, so pretty. And I'm going to actually do it on both sides. I'm going to connect them right there. I'm going to try. Ooh, so pretty. It's so pretty. And then we'll see if my word's going to fit in there then. Yes, kind of. Yes, kind of.
Ish.
Ish. Ish. I'm going to see how that fits in here. Oh, yeah.
Or you could stamp on
That's
the pen,
perfect.
fussy cut it.
You got to be kidding me. Fussy cut? No, thanks.
It's a little tiny thing.
No. I'm no fussy cutting. All right, so I'm going to take, I was thinking of using the Night of Navy. I'm going to stamp it down here just to see how much darker it is. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Dave's shaking his head. No, no, no. Okay, that's okay. All right, so I'm going to try one more thing. No worries. That's how we figure things out, right, friends? He's just shaking his head. That's okay. I'm going to stamp off. I think if I stamp this off one time, then I'm going to get a little bit lighter, and that will work with the dark. I wish you could see his face. I love it. Oopsie. I was looking at him instead of you. All right, let's get that there. Stamp off. And I know you saw that ink up there, so I want to be very careful to get that fully on. There we go. I think that's going to come off. Dave's looking at me like, you are just making a mess. See? Look.
I didn't say a word.
I know. You didn't have to. Your nonverbals were screaming. All right. I'm going to stamp a warm hello right in the middle here. See, it's the new pads are super juicy. I think that works better. And I'm going to take my circle punch. This is the 2 3/8 circle punch. I'm surprised nobody's commented on Dave yet, but I don't know. I couldn't do it without you, that's for sure. All right, so there's that. That does look better. Look, there's one side. Yep. That was a little bit too together. Okay, so this, now I cut out a couple different circles. Now that that's lighter, I think that will be fine behind it. So the punch, this is using the stylish shape dies. And so I went to that size and this size, and it could be like all of them like that. That's kind of pretty. All right, so let's go ahead and use that. Oopsie. And we'll stick that on. Then we'll go to the next one, the middle one. I was going to say, so if you signed up for Stampin' Into Summer or Bingo, all the packets got mailed yesterday. So they're all in the mail.
And if you're doing both, you'll probably get Stampin' Into Summer first because that went first to the post office. But have no fear, Bingo is on its way.
Bingo is here. All right, I think I do want that tilted like that, just like that. Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty that is. You like the light with the dark, Tanya. Me too. Isn't that pretty? Yep, and that's always an option, you know, stamp off one time. Okay, so then here we are going to go ahead and use our circle punch again. And I'm not going to layer it this time. I am just going to stamp because you're awesome. And we're going to stamp that in the same thing. So I'm going to go in the Night of Navy. Because you're awesome. There we go. That's not centered very. I'm thinking I need to go in the center a little bit more so I can choose where that's going to be, right, for my circle. That's the great thing about punches, right? You can just, bless you, move them a little bit like that. Move it this way. There we go. I like that. Because you're awesome. All right. So this one is just going just like that right here. And one thing I was wondering about, that's okay. If I move it over, dilemma. I think what I'm going to do, Dave's laughing at me, guys. He's laughing at me. That's okay. It's okay that it sticks out. That's the dilemma. See, like when it's like this, I don't really want that to stick out. So the other option is to do something square or push it way over.
I'd push it over.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm thinking. I kind of don't want that to show when it's closed. You could use a smaller circle. That would also work. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Warm hello, because you're awesome. And then here is where we're just going to put a small piece of white. Oh, same thing. I guess maybe it just shows. I kind of want it like that.
Yep, I do it like that, right up against the edge.
Yep. So that piece is where you would write your message. I am going to go all the way up to the edge because I really don't want it to show when it's closed. I think that looks like that. Okay. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Let me pause for a second there. Look how fun. And you could always make this smaller if you wanted it to be centered. I don't know how much smaller you could go and still write on it, but you could, I suppose, write on the back. So I think that's really, really pretty. The next thing we're going to do is just go ahead and add a little ribbon here. And this ribbon is actually in, this is the denim. Hang on a second. Night of Navy. I forget what it's called. Do you want bordered ribbon? There it is, bordered ribbon. It is so pretty. And it is not one of these, it's not called by one of these colors, one of our in colors. I'm getting confused here. But it matches. So thinking, I kind of wanted it over here. Okay. But I think I might just tie a knot. It's kind of a lot going on with my bigger circle. But you could put something over here like that, or I'm just going to tie a knot and put it in the middle, or put it underneath here. I think that will look just fine. So as you can tell, sometimes I have the idea, I don't totally design it, and that's kind of where I run into maybe trouble because it's all live. But you know what?
Not trouble.
Not trouble.
You just get to see the process.
That's right. There you go. So and that's why, because I want you to see I'm just kidding, because I want you to see the process. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I think it's pretty. What do you think? Kind of fun.
Tanya can't wait to make it.
Yeah, I'm going to put these dimensions. Now that you've seen it, I will just put these here in case you really want to make it right away. You can take a little screenshot of that. And I'm going to open up, while Dave's giving our little announcement, I have some other cards to show you made with this same designer series paper. And I'm going to find these in the catalog just to show those to you.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Well, a couple things. Lisa mentioned some of our events coming up this week. Obviously, it's too late to sign up for those, but it is not too late to sign up for our next hosted retreat here at the Refuge. July 14th to 16th. You could join us up here at the Refuge Little Falls. Here at the Refuge, when you come to one of our hosted retreats, we do all the cooking for you. So all your meals are provided. You have a beautiful place to stay here at the Refuge, and you have your crafting space. In our crafter studio, each person gets a 5-foot, and these are serious tables. These are not the little plastic, flimsy ones that are going to bend when you try to stamp or scrap. No. In fact, I had a group of quilters here, and she's like, I love that my sewing machine does not bounce when you use these tables. Yeah. So July 14th to 16th here at the Refuge Little Falls. I will also say, when we have people come to these, some people are like, I am here to craft, and they are stamping or they are scrapping or they are quilting all weekend long. Like they come up for food and they go back in. Then we have others who are like, you know what? I like to do that, but I also want to do some other things. I can tell you, beautiful walking down by the Mississippi River right out our front door. Yep. You also, if you want to bring your bikes, we are literally on the bike trail. You could jump on the bike trail right in front of our house, go on a wonderful bike, or just walk to downtown. It's literally 4 blocks to the shops of Little Falls. All those things are fun things that you could do when you're here, or you can just hang out with us because we'll be here. So July 14th to 16th, as with everything, you can go to thestamperstudio.com, click to register for that, but that is coming up in July 14th to 16th.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, and Dave is very generous when he says we cook for you, because really he cooks for you, and he's a great chef. So the designer series paper is right here, Countryside Inn. It's on page 129. And the one sheet that you did not get to see because I've used it all is this one. So I was like, there's 6. Why can't I find it? There we go. So that is right there, Countryside Inn. And then the ribbon. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then the ribbon is it is just called bordered ribbon. It's right here on page 143. It's right here, Night of Navy. Oh, that's right. So Night of Navy bordered ribbon. So I guess I was thinking it's not new, it's not Misty Moonlight, it's not, but it's it definitely goes well. And there's a couple other ribbons in the blues that would go well as well. So that is where that is. Okay, I have a few other cards to show you. And they are made from other people, but just to show you how well these colors match. This is made by Deb Klafke? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to hold that still. So look how pretty. It's so fun. She used Misty Moonlight back here. Of course, the thick white cardstock. And then these matching, they just coordinate. They coordinate so well. And you know what? Right now, there is a Designer Series paper sale. So Designer Series paper is on sale for just over $10 each. So you do save. Dave's going to look it up, and he will get all the details on that. But isn't that pretty? All right, here's another one. This one is made by Tree Westerman. Your kindness means everything to me. And this is sort of a fun fold. I think I remember last time I showed this, I was like, where do you write? It's got a lot going on here. I would want to write right here. So I don't know how that would work. Maybe. Anyway, a fun fold regardless. Tree Westerman. So pretty again, the paper. And it's fun with all the smaller flowers. This one is by Jan Grossman. And these, what do they call? What shape is that? Hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, octagon. These dies are new this year, and they are so versatile is the word I was looking for. They're versatile, and to me, they look like this looks like a little rug. That's what, I don't know, that's what it says to me, is a little rug. But these dies, I was just trying to find them. These dies, I cannot, but Dave can. He's so good at that. He cannot. Here, you can have my catalog. There we go. Anyway, and then using from the Fresh as a Daisy, using that flower and putting a little rhinestone gem inside. Yeah, I just think it's just the layering. It's very pretty. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I was thinking it was cut all different layers. This piece is cut, and then this is cut as a frame put on top of it. And then there's that little ribbon, the same one that I used. Very pretty. And then the last one, this one is by Sue Nurnberger. Kind of another fun fold. Look at that. So you could write anywhere you want. For me, I'd want to write like right in the middle because I don't want to see it on the edges. But I like this. I was thinking the bottom opened also, but it doesn't. It's kind of a fun fold using all the different Designer Series paper. So there you go. Do you want to show them the Designer Series paper sale? That'd be great.
I was just going to mention the Designer Series paper sale that's going on right now. Let's get it onto the screen. There we go. So the sale's going on right now, and click in different places. So you can see the different papers that are on sale. I have to say, masterfully made is amazing. I love that paper.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
But as we scroll through here, you can see all of them.
1062. There you go.
Yeah, $8.92 for the gingham. I mean, what a great deal is that?
Yeah.
Fresh as a daisy. Here's the Countryside Inn that we use today. So normally $12.50, on sale for $10.62. So if you like that paper, if you love what you saw today, you can go ahead and order that. As always, if you go to thestamperstudio.com, click on order products, you'll be taken right in. Post code will be applied, and you can go ahead and order whatever you would like from that space. So,
all right.
Zoo Crew is another very fun one.
I love Zoo Crew. I'm dying with that one. It's so fun. We are using that at bingo, so you'll see. So I want to show you, if you just come back here, thank you. So this is all part of the Countryside Inn collection. There we go. There we go. So I was like, I'm definitely missing something here. So the Countryside Inn, and this stamp set Lasting Joy is what a lot of people use with that. I don't think it has to go with it, but it goes with it nicely. But on page 62, 63, we've got the dies. So we've got the dies and the paper. Looks like there's an embossing folder. Wow. There's so many things when a new catalog comes out that I sometimes just don't see until I do. How about that? So yeah, when I look at these, I see a rug. A braided rug, actually. So there we have it. There's our little fun fold. I love it. I think it's fun. If you're able to join us, Tanya, I wished you lived closer too, but maybe sometime you'll take a trip here and you can stay at the refuge because it is beautiful. Let's see, today's Saturday, so we will be out weeding our gardens here again. Can I tell them about the garden? Oh my goodness. So we went last weekend, we weeded, and this one garden was covered, like it just looked like a mass of weeds.
Leaves and weeds.
Yeah, and as we weeded down, there's beautiful stonework underneath it. Like one corner says rosemary and one corner says oregano. And then they have stones that lead to the center, which has a stone path. And then the whole edge has like a 12-inch border of stone. It's beautiful. We were like, oh my gosh. So now I'm like, what else is hiding under our weeds? So last week I told my kids when they said, my students, I said, what'd you do this weekend? I said, well, I weeded 2 gardens. They're like, that's pretty exciting, Miss Schmidt. So anyway, here you have it. We will look forward to seeing you on Monday. And until then, happy stamping.